Good afternoon. My name is Dean Mazzarella, Mayor for the City of Leominster. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Have some numbers here. I'll write them down. They're just coming in. Let's see. Oh, I lost them. Hang on one second, because I'll write them down. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. My name is Dean Mazzarella, Mayor of the City of Leominster, and we are, this is our afternoon live update, and we're a couple of minutes late, trying to let the governor do his thing, and the lieutenant governor, and so that is done. So here's where we are, and I'll read these a couple of times. These are, let's see, it looks like 34 active currently, and 16 that are now cleared out or removed is what they call it. Yesterday was 30 active and 15 removed, so we've gone up 4 active and 1 removed. And again, I'll read those as we get through, and then they will email me the updated 4 o'clock numbers as soon as we get them across the state. Important phone numbers, 978. City Hall is closing now. We're still there, but I'll give you the other number at Emergency Management, 978-534-7500, extension 5055. Don't forget, we're still doing Meals on Wheels by calling the Senior Center. The state hotline is 211. City Hall, most forms are online. Just go online, see if you can find what you need. If you can't, then by all means, call City Hall, and we will go outside and bring it to you, or we'll deliver it to you, or throw it in the mailbox, whatever's necessary. If you need to deliver something 24/7, can't get into City Hall, it's 2 in the morning, coming from the hospital, wherever it is you might be working, come to the top stairs, there's some envelopes there, put whatever you need in there, slide it in. School department, still doing lunches, so they're doing it Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so today you would have gotten lunch for tomorrow, and then on Friday you'll get, this starts the 13th, but on a Friday you would get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's a regular 5-day week now until we get, till we go to the 13th, which is Monday. But the pickup sites for lunches are Johnny Appleseed, Francis Drake, Leominster High, and Fallbrook. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting on Monday. So important, and thank you to all of those employees that have been working and our volunteers for the city that have been working to make sure that those lunches get to Silverleaf Apartments as well as Riverside. And then there are lunches, that's about 300 a day. And then there are lunches that get delivered personally. If students, parents cannot make it, they're just too far away from City Hall or any of the other sites, and they can't get them, and we'll deliver them. How's that? Any new state orders? Well, we just watched the governor. We'll sort of update you on that. There is an effort in the state right now, and this isn't something I'm saying the lieutenant governor and governor are proposing, but there is an effort to just basically close down everything and even cut down on the essential businesses. So, at this point, we're at 34. We're at 30 active yesterday. We've gone down 1 on it. I mean, we're going to watch those numbers, but I think the problem is that east of here or in certain communities, this is really becoming a problem. I have to compliment everybody. Everyone is working hard. This is as simple as anything, right? You can't get this virus if you walk out your front door, there's nobody that you take a walk around your block, you don't touch anything on the way, you don't talk to anybody. That's not how you're going to get it. I think what we're going to find out is people are getting it in areas where it's very dense, where people were using public transportation, walking down the street, because now we know that you can just get it that's why they're saying keep 6 to 8 feet away, because just breathing is a possibility you could get it. So I think they're having a difficult time. So it's hard for, just like other states that aren't having a difficult time, it's hard to tell a state that's very minimal in terms of positives to just tell everybody to stay home, stay inside, and close everything down. That's the hard part. So there is an effort, a combined effort by a number of communities to urge the governor to basically just shut everything down and to cut back on the number of essential businesses that there are. So anyway, if you'd like to know, this is as of yesterday. Some of the other communities in the area that are reporting, and again, some aren't and haven't for a while. But Athol, 8 as of Friday, Auburn at 18, Boylston at 5, Bolton at 1, Clinton with 25. Other communities, Gardner has only reported 4, but I know there's more than that. Fitchburg with 66. Again, we're at 36 or 35, so add it all up there, you're over 40-something. So 66 in Fitchburg. Leominster, Lunenburg with 8 as of last Friday. So these numbers are hard to get because not everybody's sort of reporting in. If you have any questions, don't be shy. Just text them to me, or message them to me, or if you have my cell phone number, you can text them. Testing site still, 8 o'clock till 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday. At Health Alliance, if you have symptoms, call your doctor. The doctor will determine whether or not you need testing. Same thing at Reliant. You do have to be a customer at Reliant. But anyway, call your doctor. Let them know. Don't wait. You can see, I'm sure you've heard stories where people are pretty much have no symptoms, and the next thing you know, they're in intensive care. So let's be careful. Conference call with DPW and Grant Office today on the CARES Act, which is the funding mechanism coming from the federal government, and planning for the months ahead. If there is an infrastructure bill from the federal government, we have a list of projects to be done. Somebody actually asked me that a week ago, and I said, oh, no, we're on it. We've got plenty of projects to do. Conference call with the Lieutenant Governor and Massachusetts Municipal Association for an update on COVID-19 activities in Mass. Another conference call with Department of Public Health and MEMA on the status of all the activities and what to expect in the coming days. Conference call with United Way to talk about their funding programs. And City Department head conference call earlier this week to provide updates on the department's activity. And then a daily Health Alliance call, which started probably just a couple of minutes ago. And what we'd like to know from Health Alliance is how many beds do you have available and how many are full? The last count we got, they were around 60%. But I'll keep advocating for this every time I can, and that is we need an accurate count, or at least somewhat of an accurate count of how many beds, hospital beds, are available in the state, and how many of those are full. It's especially important as we get into that that spike, that surge that they keep speaking to. Governor filed a care protection bill. The bill filed by Baker today will protect doctors, nurses, emergency medical technicians, and other healthcare workers, as well as certain healthcare facilities from liability and civil lawsuits when the care they provide is impacted by COVID-19 state of emergency. I can see that being challenged somewhat. The legislation would also provide protections for healthcare workers who are staffing the COVID-19 field hospitals that are being set up at the DCU Center, the Convention Center, and the Exhibit Center. 978-534-7500, extension 5055. If you have any questions, good afternoon. Everyone seems to be watching, but nobody seems to have any questions. That's fine. A number of new testing sites set up, a new one set up in Foxborough for those in public safety, as well as in Lowell. I'm going to bring you to the slides now, if we can. We'll bring you to, let me go back one. There you go. So, nice article in the paper today featuring Infinite Design and their quest to help us in getting computers and getting them refurbished. So if anybody has a computer, a laptop that you're not using, and you'd like to donate that, they will take it at Infinite Design, Kim and Russ. They will wipe it out, so there's no memory, everything's gone, they'll clean it out, and they'll sort of repackage it, repurpose it so that a student that would never have the chance to have a computer or some electronic device to be able to tie into to be able to tie into the internet will then have one. So if you'd like to leave one off, they're at 135 Lancaster Street, so you can leave it off there. There's a little door. As soon as you open the door, there's a little table off to the side. You can leave it there. It would really be appreciated. And there are sometimes they're going to need certain supplies. Some of them need some work, and so they may need battery. I'm sorry, they might need like adapters, plugs, those kinds of things. So if you'd like to make a donation, you can do that as well. No, you don't need to have computer cords. But if you have computer cords, you can leave those off as well. But if they don't have them, then they're sort of trying to come up with some. So if you'd like to make a donation in terms of having them in the event that they have to buy some supplies or things that need to be repaired, you can also do that. So how do you get internet if you don't have it? If you're eligible, then you go to Comcast Essentials program, and it's 2 months free no matter which time, as long as you start the program by the 30th, I think. Yeah, 30th. Then you'll get 2 months free, and then it's $9.95 per month after that, plus tax. The Massachusetts Cultural Commission today announced the relief fund for individuals providing $1,000 grants to people who have lost income derived from their work as individual artists and independent teaching artists, humanist, scientist as a direct result of COVID-19 related cancellations and closures in Massachusetts. So you just go to that website there, massculturalcouncil.org. Fastest way to get your stimulus check is make sure that you have direct deposit. If you don't, the federal government doesn't have your direct deposit, you can go online and you can log in, and they will, you can fill that information out, and they'll send you your check. Now, if you didn't get a chance to file your taxes 2019, guilty, then they'll base the check on your 2018 tax filings. If you do not, if they don't have your direct deposit, you don't want them to, or you don't want to sign up, then they'll automatically just send you a check. Yes, those receiving Social Security and disability will automatically get a check, okay? But here's something else that's important. If you get a phone call from the IRS, just hang up, okay? Just hang up. You know how just do it? Just hang up, because IRS doesn't make phone calls. I don't care who you are. Nobody can ever tell me that they got a return phone call from the IRS, so it's not them. Stimulus package for businesses. Again, as we said this morning, okay, that's helpful information. Thank you, Michelle. As I said this morning, we are trying to, us, the chamber, and everybody else is trying to understand these stimulus packages for businesses, and it's quite, just like anything else, it takes some understanding. So there's 3 components of this: the Paycheck Protection Plan, Economic Injury Loan, Emergency Economic Injury Grants. You should go to the SBA website, or you can go to the chamber, northcentralmass.com, and they have all the links there. But more importantly, if you go to our website at leominster-ma.gov, you'll find a link or a document that is from the Senate Committee on Small Business and Economic and Entrepreneurship. They have everything answered there, but then there's another 10 questions from each question, but at least it'll get you a starting point. But we're trying to understand this just as much as anyone else. And so as we get it, we're reading through all the documents. There was a couple, Nikki was on a conference call the other day, so we're flushing through these documents and trying to get a better understanding so that we can better help you. Veterans, they lost the video. People can't hear. Okay, I don't know if it's from my Facebook or from TV. Did we lose our Facebook, Carl? Okay. Not sure what's going on. Okay. Anyway, if you have questions as it relates to local questions in terms of small business, you can call Melissa or Nikki, and just call our office at 978-534-7500, extension 0. We'll patch you through. I know they've been helping people all along, and we'll continue to do so until we reach the end of all this. Veterans projects, if you're looking for a project to do, you can go to a cemetery. They have these little flat gravestones. Cut around them, clean them up, take the debris with you. If they don't have barrels, take it with you. And that would be a big help as we try to prepare for Memorial Day. I don't know why people can't hear us. I apologize. All right, so on LTV, it's a live feed, and for some reason on, okay. Is anybody able to hear us if you're watching or streaming through Facebook? Let me know. Yard waste, there we go, yard waste, April 6th to the 30th, and from the DPW. And yes, so we have a contest going on. Yes, the TV's working, but what about Facebook? You okay? How about Facebook? Anyway, we'll be picking up leaves from the 6th to the 30th. And we're having a contest. So the person that submits a picture with the most amount of bags of leaves that they've raked will win a prize. And already, I think the Claw Shop made a donation already for a gift card. And we're going to see other businesses that might want to participate. And so at the end of this, you could win quite a few prizes for having the most amount of leaves picked up. So send those pictures off to me, dmazzarella@leominster-ma.gov. It would be appreciative. We're flushing and in the areas of Exchange Street down the west. They were at the West Street to town today, down to Central Street, Jamestown area, and Manchester Street. So we'll update you first thing in the morning on Facebook in terms of what is going on and what is the new schedule for the day for flushing. But put some water aside. Please consider giving blood, 1-800-RED CROSS, library, leominsterlibrary.org, for all those downloads and information and just so many things that you can do. And, our buildings are closed physically, but government is still working, and we're still working hard, and we're there to help you out. So please, 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 whatever it is that we can help you with, even if it's not related to city government, we would be glad to help you out. Don't forget the bear hunt. There are over 330 bears located around the city, and you go searching for them. Bear address can be found at City of Leominster Facebook page, and if you want to get your name added to the list, it's npeters@leominster-ma.gov. Wicked windy tomorrow. Those leaves might end up where they started, or in your neighbor's yard. No, kidding. Registry, unless you're really going there for something really important, like you have a commercial driver's license, or you're trying to get your vehicle registered, AAA comes in really handy, or your insurance agent should be able to take care of a lot of these things. If your license is expired, they're giving you an extra 30 days. If you're, 60 days, from April 15th till June 15th, if that's when your license expired. Again, if your car's falling apart, don't drive it down the street. But if your inspection sticker has expired, then they'll give you a little bit of a grace there. So those are teddy bears, peoples. Yes, you're right. Community Resources, United Way. We're going to find out exactly, maybe it's on another slide, how they're giving out the funds. I don't know, I think Michelle is on those conference calls, but if tomorrow morning we can find out how those funds are being directed to the community, that would be appreciative. Growing Places, they did their fruits and vegetables today. They're, probably still got a couple minutes at the corner of Mechanic and Laurel, but, Growing Places is providing fresh fruits and vegetables, and they have a couple locations. Catholic Charities, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays from 8:30 to 4:30. 978-840-0696. And then Ginny's Food Pantry, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 10 to 1, now delivering thanks to a partnership with Emergency Management. And just call 978-537-1387. If you're just tuning in, we have the updated numbers today for our community, and these are just in. So we have, and I want to make sure, Wendy, I have these right, that these numbers are for today. 34 active or tested positive, and 16 out of that 34, 36, and then 16 out. And then yesterday it was 30 active and 15 out. So not much of a difference, but some difference. And again, we don't know whether or not those that test positive are admitted to the hospital or not. But those are the information. That's the information that we have. check out the garden spot. Yes, that's right, the gardener spot. People were there today, and they had fresh vegetables and fruit and whatever, but Neil's done a great job up there, so if you have a chance, take a ride up. They're right over there near the high school on Granite Street. Here we go. This is boot camp. This is Cootie Boot Camp, right? Cootie Boot Camp. How does the gerbs spread? Well, there are a bunch of theories on how long. In fact, I have a list here of how long cooties last on things and germs and the virus. But assume you have the virus. Assume everybody you come in contact with has the virus. Assume all surfaces are somehow or another compromised. Remember, this is the virus that does not like soap and water. No special kind. They just don't like them all. And they don't like anything with an alcohol base. So, considering that, stay away from people, especially during the surge and later. We really want to get back. In another week or so, people are going to run out of patience. Businesses are going to open up. The faster we can get this behind us, the faster we can get back to somewhat of a normal routine. And we're preparing for what that sort of phase out of some of these restrictions are and what they mean. And so we're preparing for a bunch of different scenarios. At schools, people ask me all the time, do you think there'll be school? You know what? And I'm not saying this is going to happen. This is only coming from me because we are preparing. We could go to a half day, kids come in for a half day, another group comes in so the classrooms aren't as full, so the other half comes in the afternoon. There could be summer school, there could be school that's only a month, there could be school that starts May 4th, but the reality is we have to be ready for it all. Businesses, once we get the go-ahead in certain businesses, the restrictions are lifted, then we again have to be ready to get moving, right? And we've got to get ready to get these businesses going. It is, January, February, March for most businesses slows down, but things pick back up when the weather gets warmer. And we've got to help people get sort of back on their feet and stimulate the local economy. That's where we're going to need you to help us to support those local businesses. And that's really important. So remember, assume you have the virus, assume everybody you come in contact with has the virus, and assume everything that you've come in contact with and touched is somehow or another compromised. So if you can make your own, I know there's a number of places that you can find to make your own. I think Clorox bleach. You can find out very easily how to make your own hand sanitizer. If for some reason you can find hand sanitizer from somewhere, it's starting to become more and more available. And so, again, we want to take advantage of that. And it's just going to be part of our life, right? There'll be little pieces, these little small things, half the size of this pen that you'll have in your pocket, and it'll be hand sanitizer. It'll be everywhere. It'll be in the beginning of stores. Somebody was in a large store chain that's not from around here, and they said they had people in the parking lot. They were handing out hand sanitizers. They were washing the carriages down. You could see pressure washers going. That's, for those that understand how to adapt, that's exactly how you do it, right? That's how you make your customers feel safe and clean. The bathrooms are immaculate. That's exactly what I've been talking about for the last 2 weeks. The new normal is going to be cleanliness, right? And making sure that there's proper sanitizing fluids around, that there are plenty of places where there's soap and water. No more fooling around with opening doors. The doors will be automatic or somehow or another. There will not be a door in some of the restrooms, so it'd be a bank of toilets. And you would just walk in. A lot of department stores have that. There will be no more of the, I think if people use those blowers, those will be sort of phased out to some extent, back to the paper towels. A lot of motion activated sort of amenities to help so we don't have less things to touch, more places to wash your hands. Crowded restaurants, going to take us a while to get used to that one again. It's going to be a while. And as I've been saying right along, we're working with businesses. If you need to come to us and put a plan together now, do it as soon as possible so we can get you hooked into outdoor dining. And we can sort of get you prepared so when we hit the switch, you'll be first in the state to get your business open. Hey, let's talk about eating. Let's go to this list because we have a whole takeout and delivery list on our website, leominster-ma.gov. And very important, right? Very important that we support these businesses. Somebody said they went to Aldi's today and they had a gentleman outside spraying the carts after each customer had only a number of people there. So that's what's going to happen. Get used to those kinds of things. That's what's going to happen. Off-premises sales of alcohol. So certain restaurants that are set up right now that have a pouring license have the ability to sell alcohol to you. And they could do it from noon to midnight. They know what the restrictions are, but basically you can get 192 ounces of malt beverage, whatever that is. I don't know how many, 12 ounces like that, so right, 6 or 8 inches tall. I don't know how much 192 ounces are, but 1.5 liters of wine, and they have to be in sealed containers, bottles, and must be in the original sealed containers, must verify that the purchaser and the recipient of the alcohol are at least 21. And anyway, they know the rules, and the state has made it, is loosened up, so this helps those businesses stay alive, so let's just make sure they police themselves. Over at gas stations, by Friday, they need to, actually it was by today, but we'll give them another couple days because they said they were having a hard time getting supplies. They really need to make by Friday, or they have to close. They need to make available either gloves, something, right? They could do makeshift gloves made out of plastic. They can make their own sort of bleach combination, hand sanitizer, but they do have to make it available either at the pumps or make it available as you walk into the store or in the store. And so that is an area of concern for us. That's a very touchy, cootie, touching sort of thing. And so I know a lot of people bring their own hand sanitizer. I do too, but sometimes people don't have it with them. There are no gloves. They don't have any gloves with them. They don't have anything plastic with them. And you know what? These gas stations can also offer, can also hire part-time people to actually pump the gas for their customers if they wish. And there's still a couple, just only 1 or 2 gas stations left in the city where they actually pump your gas for you. So they've got till, and we're really trying to work with them, but they've got until Friday. And let's go to, let me just go back a slide because we want to show off our parks. And one more. There you go. I know. And listen, the week 3, we're heading into week 4. Everyone's doing well. I am impressed with the level of cooperation with everybody. And everybody, city employees, people in the healthcare industry, residents, people who live in apartment buildings, housing authority, everybody is working really hard and working together. But occasionally you need to get out, I get that, and get that fresh air, and the weather gets nicer. But no large groups, please don't do that. Go out, take a walk, find an industrial park or someplace where you don't see any people. Good walk through downtown, and just stay away from people. That's the easiest thing that you can do, right? We're 4 weeks into this with 3 weeks to go, so to speak. And let's not take a step back. Let's really get to these levels. Now, we've only seen cases go up 2, 3, 4 per day, and we're heading into the surge. So if we all help out and do our job, then we're going to get this thing behind us. And we want to be the first city in Massachusetts that's ready so that whenever those regulations are relaxed, we're ready to get back to somewhat of a regular life, right, as much as we possibly can. I know I'm excited about that. I've never had so many conference calls. I know probably you're in the same boat. But we adapted, right? We adapt to whatever the situation is. We do that together. We are very adaptable people here in the city. We're very creative. That's what made us what we are here in the city is the fact that we're creative and can adapt and think and find solutions. WLPZ is our partner, WLPZ.org. 95.1 replays this during the day, and sometimes they stream it for us live. I don't know if they do that in the afternoon or not, because I'm here, but they are our friends and partners, as well as LTV, Leominster.tv, for those that are watching it streaming. And I don't know if there's anybody watching this from far away, but you can watch it streaming, and also you can watch it on their Facebook, and then I sort of stream it through my Facebook. So what haven't we answered yet? When is this going to be over? We don't know. They're saying May. Now, the part that may disappoint us is they've put April 6th or something in there and said, that's going to be the, we're going to cancel school until then. And then we reached a couple days before that, and they said, no, we're expanding it to May 4th. Well, I can just tell you, I expect people, if they try to extend it again, I can expect that people are going to lose patience, but we've got to be ready for it. And that's why I say everything that you can do to either remain home or wear a mask when you're out, if you're going to be near other people. Again, if you're just going to be out in an industrial park, there's nobody around. It's only you and the sparrows. And common sense applies here, and we want everybody to be safe. We want you to be healthy. Take your vitamins, which I forgot to do today, but I will, and help each other out, right? So thank you to all those in the medical world, all those in public safety, police and fire, emergency management, those that operate ambulance services, home health care providers. You know who you are. Thank you. Thank you to your families. I'm sure they've been without you for a while. And you're doing a great job, and it certainly shows, and we appreciate it. So we're going to sign off now, and just be ready, right? We're getting ready for a number of different scenarios here at city government, at City Hall, in the event of the what if this happens, what if this happens, what if this happens, because we really want to be ready. Start thinking about maybe sitting down at night when it quiets down in your house and putting a couple of scenarios together if you own a business, or you're thinking about going back to work, or what happens if you both go back to work in a household, if there are two-person households, and the kids go back to school, or they don't go back to school, but you go back to work. So think about those kinds of scenarios, and then share those with us, and we're always looking for solutions, always, always, always. We are out of time here. I want to thank you again. Thank you to everybody here at Leominster.tv. They come in all the time. Now, tomorrow we'll be here, and then tomorrow night, I think, Carl, we're going on. So we'll do our update at 4, and then at 5 o'clock, we're going to do our Inside Leominster show, and we have a couple of guests, and they are parents who have homeschooled their children in the past, and so I've heard from parents, it's like, wow, this is nothing I've ever had to do before, and teachers and everybody's been very helpful and supportive. But they'll talk a little bit about what it's like and how they're able to help to teach their kids as students, and also what their normal day is like, if you can call it a normal day, because I think what students need and parents need is the expectation that you're not going to sit a student down like you do in school. The bell rings for an hour, after an hour, and you're going to move to the next subject, and lunch is at noon. It's a little bit different than that. And so we'll find out tomorrow night, right here at Inside Leominster, from 5 to 6. We'll talk to those parents about what their day is like, what their week is like, how do they sort of offer those enrichment programs. And this might help you, right? A few tips. Okay, we are out of time. Thank you. Be well, be healthy, be nice. See you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.